I try to tell you how I feel, and your response to me is unreal. And do you hear me anyway? The things you think are alright, I'm sure they help you sleep well at night. But when you wake, was it a dream or a nightmare? We're at a crossroad once again, between the enemy and our friend. Which way we'll go, time will tell. You say my words you can't understand. You move along just like you had planned. But can you stop to see the way? I see the wreckage through the waves, from the way each one of us behaves. Throw out a line to save a life. It seems we've been here once before, and we're still miles and miles from the shore. And do you hear me anyway? Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today is July the 12th, 2024, and I've continued to make people uncomfortable. Apparently my words are scathing. Apparently I'm a vicious person. The truth is, it's impressive. It's overwhelming. The perception of truth comes from each of our own unique experiences and what that truth might be. For me, there's a perception that anytime I'm in the presence of people who are bullies, I have a little bit of difficulty communicating with them. Oftentimes I'm met with, I can't understand what you're saying. You don't make any sense. Any sense. Doesn't make sense what you're saying. I can't understand. Use simple words. And to that, the only thing I can say is, you say my words you can't understand. You move along just like you had planned. But can you stop to see the way? Only people who don't want to pay attention are going to try and meet you with such vicious, cruel, unjust comments. Bullies. And the cool thing about that is I don't really care about bullies. But in today's world, the conflict that we have has to be either quote unquote ignored, where it can fester further, or put back into place where it belongs. Give Caesar what is Caesar's is basically the way it was put. And all of this angst and all of this difficulty communicating, it's not because of me in my family. In my family, I have an unjust circumstance that's occurring. And I'm sure many of you are having similar situations. You might even be participants without knowing that you're the operator of the vehicles that are causing these tragedies. I too was unaware for quite some time of what I was doing. I was not in control of what I was doing. In some cases, those are called tantrums. In other cases, it's because someone is so passionate about whatever they're doing that they can't even look up to see the wake. So the words to this song are pretty simple. I've explained them over and over again, and unfortunately, every time I say them, it's because I'm trying to communicate with somebody with whom I'm having extreme difficulties communicating. And it's not because I'm reaching out to have these conversations. They come to me. So being in whatever format that I am, for you, the listener, I hope that you look back and see words of encouragement despite being terse sometimes. I hope that you understand the perseverance comes from believing in what you're talking about, what you're going to do. If you don't believe what you're saying, it's not going to happen. In my particular case, as I say more and more that I'm in the presence of certain things that are basically unable to be in the same place where I'm at, and vice versa, without causing trouble, then some people will notice how hard it's been to establish any kind of conversation, especially in person, with one another. That's not just for me and my family. That's for you and your family. And to be honest, we're all family. You know that, I know that, we feel it, we know it. Especially when we run into other families. And then when we have perceptions that sometimes are not coming from the spirit of truth. All of these things are the things that we discuss on this channel. No matter what the title is of the channel name, no matter what imagery you see when you look at any screen, even the mirror. The next time you look in the mirror, I challenge you to see somebody else. See someone who you forgive, who you're in love with, who you regard as someone who you would want to lift up instead of just putting one another down. Not too long ago, I had a relative tell me I was putting everyone down. They even claimed I said bad things to their son-in-law. If by bad things they mean I said the truth, and if by that I got banished from my own family, well, let me tell you, our Father in heaven has made plans that we can't even understand at the moment. But as this is being recorded right now, I'm already preparing for the next segment of where it is that I'm supposed to go and observe. And interestingly, it coincides with the absence of another with whom I have been hoping to have conversations. So apparently those in-person conversations are being placed on hold for a number of reasons. Only the Lord knows. Thank God for his wisdom, infinite wisdom. Either way, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that these videos are sufficient in terms of efforts to communicate. And I hope that my style of music is okay for those of you who want to hear things coming from someone's actual internal feelings. And even if you don't think it's okay, I hope that you could at least tolerate what I shared with you today about some truth that's going on in my family that's making it difficult for me to sing in a certain way when I think about that energy. So I'm going to go and focus my attention on trying to be in the absence of a lot of pain, but that's not going to be easy, because if you look around at the world today, the entire ecosystem throughout the globe is under duress. And a lot of that is because of our own actions. And some of us will look away and say, I didn't cause all of this. I didn't put that system in place. I didn't vote on this person or the other. But in the meantime, when we looked at ourselves in the mirror, we didn't even vote for ourselves. This, I'm sure, resonates with many of you, particularly those with whom I've been trying to communicate directly. This is it. This is as good as it gets. I hope it's good enough. Until next time, thank you so much for subscribing, for sharing, for thinking about these topics, for engaging in real conversation, hopefully among other people, not just right here on this group. Whatever the case, I hope that you are having a great day and that your health is amazing and that you're learning to forgive one another, to heal, and to heal that which is around you. Till next time, peace, love, and all that old school stuff.